another one of our assemblies. It's great to be with you through video today, and we're going to be talking about a really good message today. A really good message of how we can treat each other, even when we might feel a bit different. But we've got loads of other things in there as well. We've got some games and we've got a story again. Lots of fun. So I'm going to hand over to Hettie and Emily.
Hi everyone!
Hi guys!
Welcome! It is great for you to see us and us to know that you're there. We can't see you right now, but you are more than welcome to be with us today. We're going to have some fun, aren't we?
We are. We've got lots of games that we're going to do. We also
Story.
Love a good story.
Little chat.
Also, a thought. Yes. So, shall we begin?
I think we need to play a game. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Okay, shall we play a game?
Always game for a game.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I was thinking we could play Simon Says,
Yeah.
except Simon's not here.
That is a good observation.
Yeah, so I thought
Yeah.
instead, logical, we could play Hettie Says, and
Yeah.
I will tell you what to do.
Sounds around about normal.
Okay, except they've got to join in as well,
Ah, good.
obviously.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an instruction and you do it. So if I say, Hettie Says, put your hand in the air, then you put your hand in the air, okay? However, if I just tell you to put your hand in the air, then you don't do it. You only do it if Hettie says do it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
do you get it?
I do.
Right, we'll do a little practice.
Good
just in
idea,
case.
just in case.
Okay.
Because I'm great at following
So
instructions.
if you don't get it yet, you'll get it in about 20 seconds. Right. Hettie Says, do a little dance. Stop. No, Hettie didn't say stop. I have to say, Hettie says stop and then you stop, yeah?
I'm so good at this.
Right, we need to try again.
Okay, yeah.
This is still a practice because Emily hasn't got it yet. Okay,
Yeah.
jump.
Jump.
Hettie didn't say.
Oh.
I thought this was quite a simple game.
I'm so good.
Okay.
Okay.
They get it, right.
Yeah.
If I say Hettie Says, you do it. If I don't say Hettie Says, you don't do it, regardless of whether Emily does it or not.
Yeah.
So you can follow my instructions. Don't follow Emily.
No.
Okay, should we start?
Yeah, let's
have a go. This is the real deal. So you got to count up how many times you get it right and see if you can beat Emily. It's looking like it's not going to be that difficult, but
Yeah.
you never know. You might pull it back out.
A for effort
Yes.
is what I'm going to
Sure.
say for me.
Okay, let's go. Hettie Says, wave your arms. Freeze. Don't freeze because
Don't
Hettie
freeze.
didn't say
No,
freeze.
no.
Keep your arms waved. Hettie Says, swim. Do, whatever kind of swim you want to do. Jump up and down.
Oh,
Hettie
no.
didn't tell you to. Well done. It's good. It's good. Keep you swimming. Hettie Says, roll your arms like this.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Smile. Hettie didn't tell you to smile. Don't laugh. Hettie didn't tell you to smile. You can't laugh. Unbelievable.
Oh, don't have
Hettie
fun.
says, wiggle. There's a little wiggle, however your wiggle looks like. It could be any kind of wiggle. Any kind of wiggle. Hop. Nope, don't hop.
No, don't hop.
Hettie didn't tell you to hop.
No.
Okay, jump. Hettie didn't tell you to.
No.
Don't do it. Hettie says dance. Woo. Little dance. Boom, 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 boom. Swim. No,
Oh,
don't
no,
swim.
no,
because
don't
Hettie
do
didn't
it.
tell you to swim. Keep you dancing. Hettie says bop it. Like we played
Yeah.
last week. How did you get on? I think they did pretty well. And actually, you did better that time.
I did
You did
do
do better that
lot
time.
better.
Okay, so let's do a very, very quick round 2 just to see if we can get Emily out. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Swim. Don't swim.
No,
Hettie didn't tell you
oh,
to swim.
I went like that.
Hettie says, move your whole body. Woo! Hettie says, freeze. Hettie says, dance. Stop. Don't stop. Hettie didn't tell you to.
Nope.
Hettie says, swim. Hettie says, stop. That was good. That was good. You've got it. You've got it. And they've got it as well.
Yeah.
Great job. Give yourselves and Emily a big round of applause. Okay, it's story time.
Yes, I'm ready.
And we have, obviously, another story from Bob Hartman's Rhyming Bible.
Yes, indeed.
Today's story is called Waiting in Line.
Waiting in line.
Which, you know, people do sometimes.
Yes.
You know, so we can all relate to waiting in line, right?
At the moment, very much so.
So,
Indeed.
do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Well, go and have a little sit down.
I will.
You don't need to stand next to me. You can have a little brew or something there, because I think they're ready. Are you ready? They're ready. Waiting in line. The children were running and jumping and giggling. The children were skipping and playing and wiggling. The children were hopping and squirming and wriggling, waiting in line to see Jesus. The mothers were wiping their kids' runny noses. The mothers were stood in a bunch of bored poses. The mothers impatiently tapping their toesies, waiting in line to see Jesus. The fathers were mumbling and moaning and squawking. The fathers were scheming and planning and talking. The fathers all grumbled about the queue stopping, waiting in line to see Jesus. Then Jesus' disciples arrived and explaining, said, Jesus can't see you, there's no use complaining. He's healing the sick, there's so many remaining, waiting in line to see Jesus. Now stop that, said Jesus. I want the kids near me. You all should be like them with no need to fear me. No waiting, he said. And he said it quite clearly, waiting in line to see Jesus. So the children jumped up on his lap and he blessed them. The mothers all clapped, for his words had impressed them. The fathers clapped too, for the whole thing had stressed them. Waiting in line to see Jesus. Waiting in line to see Jesus.
I've got another game for you both.
Oh,
This one, I like this game even more than the one you did earlier. And that was a good game. So, this game is Human Guess Who.
oh,
You ever played the game with Guess Who, where you've got all the different
Yes.
tiles with different faces, and you have to, oh, that person's got
Yep.
glasses, oh, that person,
yeah.
A bit like that, but instead, you are playing. And
Okay.
you have to do actions if the different things we say apply to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
And if
good.
they don't apply to you, you got to fold your arms. Okay, right. So, first one. If you like football, I'd like you to do a dance. Okay. If you have a favourite colour that is green, I'd like you to roll your arms. If you've seen all 4 Toy Story films, I'd like you to clap as fast as you can. If your name has an S in it, I'd like you to facepalm. Your name has an S in it?
Yeah, Hettie's a nickname.
For what?
Do I have to tell him?
Okay, we'll say that can be your secret.
I see, yeah.
Hettie has a secret name with an S in it.
Yeah, I'm a spy, secret spy.
Send in your suggestions. Okay, if you are wearing something blue, I'd like you to do your swimming action from earlier. And if you are wearing glasses, I'd like you to roll your arms. That was... Okay, and lastly, if your name begins with E, I'd like you to do the floss.
Move aside, people.
Great.
Yeah.
My name doesn't begin with
Wow.
it, so.
Okay, cool game. On with the show.
Woo!
I wonder, have you ever tried putting on somebody else's shoes and having a walk around. How does it feel? Does it feel as normal and as natural as wearing your own? Maybe those shoes are a different size or a different style, and it might be a bit difficult. Well, that's because everyone is a bit different, aren't we? If you think about it, sometimes it's difficult to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and someone else's situation and imagine how they might feel. But it's very important to try our best to. Think about that game we just played. That game we just played, there were lots of different things that make us different. Perhaps some of you wear glasses. Or perhaps some of you have certain letters in your name, or maybe some of you have done different things with your day so far. There's lots of different things, not just the things that are different in how we look, but different things in what we experience, maybe what our families are like at home, or maybe all sorts of things, or maybe where we were born. When I was 2 years old, my mum was going to have a baby. And I know that when my mum had my little sister, when my little sister was born in hospital, they discovered that my little sister had something different with her genetics that meant that she had a type of learning difficulties called Down syndrome. And for some reason, that meant that the doctors back then, this was a good few years ago, back then treated my mum very differently. And she had to go in a different room all on her own in the hospital, away from all the other mums, and she was left on her own. And she was very sad. I'm sure you could imagine you'd be very sad about that. But my sister's grown up, she's an adult now, and she's done some amazing things with her life. She's been a bit slower to progress than other people, but I remember wondering whether she would learn to speak. And now she can say some words and she can communicate with her hands, with that type of sign language and things like that. And she does all sorts of fun things with her day-to-day life. She's been through school and everything. But she is different. And sometimes people might have looked at her differently when I was growing up. Or sometimes people might have said things without thinking that were quite hurtful. But I always knew that my sister, no matter how different she might be, was special and deserved to be loved just like everybody else. Because we're all different, aren't we? Why not think about the person who sits next to you in class, in school? Why not pause the video and just have a little think about the things that are different between you and that person? And maybe write a list as well about the things that are the same. So I hope you were able to have a bit of a reflect on what makes you special, because everyone is different, and when everyone is different, an important thing that we need to remember is that we should all be treated equally and as important. In our story, there were some children. And the story of Jesus was set 2,000 years ago, quite a long time ago. And back then, in that culture, people were treated quite unfairly if they were different to each other. And that sometimes happens now, but back then it was really quite extreme. Unless you were a man, then you weren't actually counted for a lot of things. Women and children were considered very, very much lower down and weren't even really thought about or treated fairly or allowed to speak sometimes. And so this story that we read of Jesus can be found in the Bible. Just the very fact that the story was recorded, a story about children, is actually quite amazing for that culture all those years ago. But the important message in the story was that Jesus was trying to say to the people in that culture that these children, who you maybe don't see as important as a grown-up man, these children are important to me and they should come and be welcomed no matter how different they might be. I want you to have a think about that as an example today. Have a think about the people that come to you, the people that you welcome into your life as your friends, as your family, as even people that you might just see in the street or in the shops who you don't know perhaps. Those people are special. Those people, just like you, have lots of unique things about them that make them really super special, and they deserve to be respected. They deserve to be treated how you would want to be treated. They deserve for us, no matter how hard it might be, to try and imagine what it's like to walk in their shoes, to be in their situation and think about the things in their lives that might be different and how it might affect them. So, during this time, when you may be spending a bit more time at home at the moment, I want you to think about those that are around you and how you treat them. How you treat them the way you would like to be treated. How you show them respect. Because they might be close to you, but even then, there's different things about them that make them special and different as well. Perhaps when your adults at home are trying to do things and they ask you to behave in a good way to help them get on with stuff, then we should respect them and think, if I was them, how would I like the children around me to be acting? Or perhaps if you've got siblings at home and they want to play a game with you, maybe you could think, actually, if I was them, I would want my sibling to play, so I should do that. And then hopefully, if you practice that and put that into practice, treating people as important, no matter how different they might be to you, maybe people will learn to do that back as well. Now, I really like to wear odd socks, because odd socks are a little bit odd. They're a little bit different. But they still fit, they both go together on my feet, and so even though they're different, they can be together. And that's a bit like our message today. And so what I'd like you to do after you finish watching this video is to follow this link and have a listen to a song by Andy and the Odd Socks from CVB. It's a really good song to help us think about this message of treating people who are different to us in a very special, important way. And so it's a bye from me. I really hope you've enjoyed our assembly, and I'll see you next time. Bye!